Hard work is praised everywhere. It's a kind of hymn we learn to sing as children. Work hard, be patient, stay loyal. And then, if you do all that, things will unfold. But there is a quieter truth that rarely gets airtime. Hard work is necessary, but it is not sufficient. You can push until your shoulders burn and the world stays the same. You can hold steady for years and still feel the wheels spinning beneath your feet. Why is that? Why do so many of us teach ourselves that effort alone guarantees forward motion? I want to walk through 3 gentle corrections. Lie 1. If I work harder, it will work out. Harder in the wrong direction changes nothing. Imagine running every morning with fierce discipline, but the road you're on leads away from where you want to be. You're tired not because you're weak, but because you're lost. Effort becomes exhaust without a map. Lie 2. Someone will notice eventually. Most systems, jobs, markets, networks don't reward effort itself. They reward leverage. A single well-placed idea, a conversation at the right time, a small reorientation, the kind you can't quantify easily, can multiply the value of 10,000 hours. A brief introduction to the right person, one carefully timed email, or a short piece of writing that lands with the right audience can open doors that years of unseen labor never will. Most of the time, sheer volume gets swallowed by opacity. And lie 3. If it hasn't paid off yet, I failed. Sometimes the seed you planted is still underground. Sometimes context isn't ripe. Sometimes timing is quiet and slow. Patience is important, but patience alone should not be a sedative that keeps you frozen in place. Effort is fuel. Direction is the steering wheel. Timing is the weather. Without steering, fuel just warms the engine. It doesn't move the car. So what do we do differently? First, notice where your effort is going. Pause. Trace the line between what you do and what you want. Ask, is this activity drawing me toward that place, or is it keeping me busy? Second, seek leverage. If you can change the structure around the work, find a mentor, change an audience, automate a small piece, you do more with less exhaustion. Look for small structural shifts. Delegate a task, change the platform you use, or reframe the problem so a tiny action has bigger consequences. Third, test early and cheaply. Small experiments give you information faster than slogging. They're not failures, they're signals. Run short cycles. Set a minimal success criterion, measure it, and pivot quickly. That way you learn without burning out. If a thing is not moving despite effort, change the signal, not only the volume. And fourth, be compassionate with yourself. Exhaustion is not an indictment, it's information. When you hit a wall, it's okay to rest. But rest with curiosity. Ask what the wall is telling you. Is it about stamina, or about direction, or about timing? When quitting enters the conversation, let it be an informed choice. Quit the wrong road, not because you're weak, but because you're wise enough to pick a better one. You may not need more force. You may need a better map. You may need a different weather window. You may need to talk to someone who sees a path you don't. Effort is not useless. It is essential. But it is incomplete. And understanding that incompleteness is a kind of kindness. It frees you from blaming yourself for the system's silence. It asks you instead to be curious about direction and timing, to steer with intention, to plant with patience, and to change course when the road is wrong. So if you're listening to this in a tired hour, know this. Work hard, yes, but work wisely. Let your effort follow strategy. Let your patience follow progress. And let quitting follow learning. You're not failing because things are slow. You're learning the terrain. And learning the terrain is progress too. Breathe. Small steps. A little reorientation. A little kindness to yourself. That is often where real movement begins.